You're fighting for water. And he tells them, he says, use your bayonets as swords. And with that, the charge commenced. Now, I'd like you to imagine, if you would, if you were not only one of those soldiers, but if you were one of those soldiers, in particular, I want to recognize from right here in MacArthur, named Private Frederick Wisby, great-grandfather of Steve Wisby, who's here today. Imagine if you're Private Wisby and you just heard this, and you're shaking in your boots. Think for a minute, if you have an argument with somebody in public, would it cause you to shake a little bit? Maybe your palms sweat? Just with an argument. Or if you had a fight when you were in school, and it caused you to shake a little bit, or a lot, sweat. But let alone a firefight. And maybe you've done some firefights, but in this case, you're being told that you're not going to firefight. You're going to get up close and personal and use your bayonet as a sword. Imagine what Private Wisby was thinking in his mind, wondering if he's ever going to get back to MacArthur. And when the charge commenced, imagine if you're one of those men. Imagine if you're Private Wisby and you're charging forward, charging forward, charging forward. You're heading towards the enemy, and the enemy realizes something's going on. And then all of a sudden, you start hearing pop, brown, crack of rounds going past your head. I see a few smiles because a few people here know what that sounds like. But you keep charging, keep charging forward as fast as you can. And then you start hearing the sound of machine gun fire. And rounds start impacting past where you're charging. You see a few of your fellow comrades whose names are outside get shot and fall over. And you want to do nothing more but stop and help them. But you know if you do, you're going to get everybody killed. So you keep charging forward, as scared as you are. And then the enemy really starts to get together, and the artillery rounds start coming in. And you start hearing zzz, boom, 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 boom. Now you're really scared. And your ears are ringing to the point that you don't hear anything else but the ringing. But you keep charging forward, you keep charging forward. You look to your left and look to your right. Some of your fellow comrades who have their ears bleeding from both sides are going to be deaf for life. But yet you keep charging forward through the artillery fire. You make your way there, you're almost there. And now you can see the enemy as close as you can see me now. You notice the details of their uniform. You notice the weapons they have on them. You start thinking about what you got to do. You start seeing their faces. You can see their eyes looking at you. And as you get closer, you realize that you're going to have to use your bayonet. You realize you're going to have to use this bayonet. And you realize you're going to have to take this bayonet when you get there. And once you get there, you're going to have to stab it into someone's throat. And pull it back out and stab it into someone's chest. And pull it back out and stab it into someone's stomach. And pull it back out and stab it into someone's face. And over again. Just to survive. You're scared to death. I mean, this is really where it's at, right, folks? This is what really happened that day.